What is going on, guys? Welcome back to a new YouTube video, and this is the third week starting basically from scratch. And we started off with benching on Monday. That was my top set of 5 reps with 135 kilos, which is definitely a weight that I haven't touched in quite a while now after the surgery. And the back-offs too, they moved pretty well, and I was especially surprised with how well and easy the weights moved, given that I have only done, I believe, 120 and 125 in the first 2 weeks of this block. And so I was not sure how the additional weight would feel in my hands, but it turned out to be super light. And a majority of that, or a major contributor to that, would be the change in technique or slide modification to even increase my arch a bit more, get more out of having my chest higher up, and therefore having less of a range of motion with the bench. Same goes for benching my tertiary bench, so to say, my long pause bench on the 5th day. As you might know, I'm training currently at a 5-day split, and I'm doing bench press 3 times a week, with one being obviously the top set 5 that we saw in the beginning, but the other sessions being my long pause bench and my tempo bench with my Larsen presses. Currently I'm also doing a lot of bench work, a lot of back off 8s on both days. My secondary and my tertiary day, I have back off 8s respectively on Larsen and here on normal comp bench, but it's still quite a bit of work on bench. I'm definitely feeling that I'm building a decent foundation to be able to bench more. And overall, I would say, especially since I cannot do squat and deadlift at the moment, or not properly yet, due to my knee still healing up and still being a bit unstable, I'd say it's a big W for bench, because for bench I have enough resources to then regenerate and recover from session to session. And on my day 4 or day 5 in this week, I also had deadlifts. Deadlifts have been improving quite a bit. I have been working on trying to grow accustomed to a bit of a different technique. Before my surgery and throughout the last 2, maybe 3 comps, I would say, I have been pulling sumo. So definitely switching from sumo to conventional is almost like learning a new movement pattern. And additionally, obviously not being able to do any kinds of deadlifts for, I believe, 10 weeks maybe after the surgery, I have now started since 3 weeks to incorporate back deadlifts properly again in my plan. And properly do deadlifts has also been very fun, since I can progress a lot from week to week, since I have been moving way higher loads in the past. Obviously my nervous system, but also my muscles, they know that I used to pull a bit more than what I'm currently doing, but still 190 is still a big post-surgery PR for me, and they moved very decently. I just see that I have to still fine-tune my technique quite a bit. As you can see, I am using less of my legs and quads to drive into the ground, but currently I'm mainly focusing on keeping my back, and especially my lower back, which I had traditionally issues with in the past, pretty flat, by widening the stance and also really contracting my lats hard and actively contracting them throughout the whole movement, and therefore guaranteeing that I have quite a bit of tension on my back during the lift. So definitely it is not yet 100%, neither in technique nor in strength, but I would say that given that this is the 3rd week of doing deadlifts, the progress has been there, and I'm super hyped to see next week, especially since I will try to do a 200 kilo deadlift triple for my top set there. I think that will be the beginning of me starting to going back to moving heavier weights and being comfortable with moving heavier weights, and especially my knee having healed up by then properly to tolerate those heavier loads. That being said, guys, I really appreciate you watching. I wish you all the love, all the power. Have a good one.